We'll start, Mataji. Thank you so much. We'll start with the opening prayers. So, Magyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapata Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pardan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Akanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you so much for giving me a wonderful opportunity to serve you all once again in this ICF forum. So let's begin the session today. So now we are into the teachings of Queen Kunti. So verse number 24. Can someone volunteer for the shloka if someone knows, Matajis?
Hare Krishna, Pranams Mataji.
Pranams Mataji.
Ada Vishveshva Vishvatman Vishvamurte Swakeshu me Snehapasham imam chindi Dradam Pandushu Vrishnishu.
Can you read the translation also, Mataji?
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please therefore sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis.
Thank you, Mataji. So thank you. So let's look into the recap was what had happened in the previous sessions also. So Kunti Maharani highlights the necessity of detachment. So she's highlighting the necessity of detachments from whom? Okay, that's the main thing. Dridam Pandishu Vrishnishu. So from Pandava's family and from the Vrishni family also. So she's asking for the necessity of detachments oneself from the material affections. So for what? To cultivate the unalloyed devotion to Krishna. That is her main prayer. Okay. And she also prays for her attraction to be solely directed towards Krishna. So example, she's giving the example also how like the Ganges flowing to the sea. Okay. And cutting off ties to family and temporarily worldly relationship. And she's giving more example. So what is meant by cutting off material ties? What do you all think about that? What is meant by cutting off material ties? What is that? Any idea? Hare Krishna.
Attachment to worldly material things.
What is meant by worldly material things means what? What else is there in that?
Even our relationship with the family members or even desire for something also in the material.
Yes.
For our own sense gratification, other than serving Krishna.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. Son Kunti Maharani prays to Krishna to sever a deep-rooted emotional attachment to her kinsman to prevent diversion from devotional service. What all is the blockage for devotional service? So she is asking to cut off all the things so that she can render the true devotional service to Krishna. Okay. Second thing, she's talking about the active transference of affection. So devotion does not mean create a void, but rather transferring attachment from mundane worldly affairs to the Supreme Lord. And third thing, she is talking about the unalloyed devotion. What is meant by unalloyed devotion means Ananya Bhakti. She is talking about the Ananya Bhakti. So the goal is to make the mind focus to Krishna. How? Without any interruption. So one shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam means that one first canto, second chapter, sixth shloka. Savai pumsam parodhermo yeto bhaktir adokshaji ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. So what is meant by that adokshaja? So ahaituki, causeless, apratihata, unbroken, without any interruption. So can someone read this translation, Matajis? Hare Krishna.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotion service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that is the thing she's talking about, that our devotionals should be with ahaituki apratiyata, without any unmotivated, without any interruption. That's the main thing she's talking about. Fourth point, she's talking about the life symptoms change. So while desire and anger cannot be entirely destroyed, so how, what is your perspective about the desire and anger? Can we completely stop that? Hare Krishna.
No, Mataji.
No.
Oh, Mataji.
And what is the way to dovetail it?
Service of the Lord.
Service of the Lord. Desire, okay, but how come anger? Let's look into that part. Okay. So while desire and anger cannot be entirely destroyed, they must be changed from personal gratification to serving the Lord, to serve the Lord. Okay, one question I just wanted to ask you: how one can show the anger in the service of the Lord? Any idea about that?
Someone blasphemes a pure devotee or anything, then we can show our anger against them, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much. So, I'll share one article from Back to Godhead magazine after the class. Such a wonderful one. It has been discussed by Srila Prabhupada in London, September 14, 1969. Okay, so he's talking about Viman Yavaha. So, this word means, it has been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.2. Okay. Mahat sevam dhwaram ahur vimuktes tamo dhwaram yoshitam sangi sangam mahantas te samachitta prasanta vimanyavaha suhurda sadavo ye. So this word is very, 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 very important. What is the meaning of that? Can someone read that word meaning and then translation, Mataji? Here it is.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Vimanyava, without anger. That's all, Mataji.
One more thing is there
Then
within the bracket.
one must distribute Krishna consciousness to persons who are hostile without becoming angry at them.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
yeah.
So
Thank
it has been said that the devotee does not generally become angry, but that does not mean that he has lost his anger. Right, no, Mataji? So power of becoming angry, no, he can become angry at any time. So when it is required, that is the main thing we have to learn from a exalted devotees. Okay, and he should be angry. He is angry. Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Janam. So yeah, I've taken this line from Srila Narottama Das Thakur, written in his book Prema Bhakti Chandrika. So that anger should be used to punish a demon who is envious of devotees. Just now Mataji shared. So Kama, Krodha, all the 6 Ashit Vargas should be used in the service of Krishna and his devotees. So it has been said in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter and first one shloka. Okay, I'll share that shloka also. It has been said by Narada Maharaj. Okay, evam surdayah sarve brahma rudra pura saraha nopaitum akshan manyuhu samramdham sudurashadam. So can someone read this translation, Mataji?
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The great saint Narada Muni continued, the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and other great demigods dared not come forward before the Lord, who at that time was extremely angry.
Can someone read the purport, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Dandat Pranam. Purport
Pranam.
by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Narottam Das Thakura has sung in his Prema Bhakti Chandrika, Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Jane. Anger should be used to punish a demon who is envious of devotees. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsarya. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride and envy. All have their proper use for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotee. A devotee of the Lord cannot tolerate blasphemy of the Lord or his other devotees, and the Lord also cannot tolerate blasphemy of a devotee. Thus, Lord Nrsimhadeva was so very angry that the great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, and even the goddess of fortune, who is the Lord's constant companion, could not pacify him, even after offering prayers of glorification and praise. No one was able to pacify the Lord in his anger, but because the Lord was willing to exhibit his affection for Prahlad Maharaj, all the demigods and the other present before the Lord pushed Prahlad Maharaj forward to pacify him. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. And one more thing I just wanted to share, Srila Narottama Das Thakur, that song. Yeah. So this is the song. That line exactly is taken from the 10th stanza. Okay. Krishna Seva Kamar Pane Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Jani. So Lobha Sadhu Sange Harikata Moha Ishta Labha Vine. Mada Krishna Guru Ghane Niyukta Karibo Yathathata. So this is the wonderful song written by Narottama Dasa in his book called Prema Bhakti Chandrika. And this song is from Anya Abhilasha Charni. Okay. So this is the beautiful verse. I'll share that link also. When you have time, please go through that. So can someone read the 10th verse, that part meaning, Mataji, this highlighted one?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I shall fight with lust, anger, bewilderment, greed, madness, envy, and pride. Defeating them, I will become blissful at heart, and I will easily become able to worship Lord Govinda. Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
So these are the explanation given by Srila Prabhupada, how we can use the anger in the service of the Lord. And can someone give the example how the devotees has used their anger in the service of the Lord? Any relevant example can someone give? Hare Krishna.
Hanuman has
Hanuman. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hanuman. And one more thing, Srila Prabhupada is saying how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has punished Jaga and Mother because they attacked Nityananda Prabhu. So he got very angry and he punished Jaga and Mother. So these are some of the examples. And one more thing, I just read in one article that the Bhagavad Gita spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna is to insist that Lord Krishna is making Arjuna to become angry so that he will fight for the Dharma. Has anyone come across these lines? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Can someone came across in any of Srila Prabhupada lectures that the instruction was given by Krishna to Arjuna just to make him angry?
First chapter, Mataji.
Pardon, Mataji?
Second
Bhagavad
chapter,
Gita,
Mataji, where
Bhagavad
Krishna
Gita,
says,
first chapter.
you are talking like a learned man and you are, those Krishna is telling Arjuna.
Okay. But this main thing, what I am asking is that anyone has come across that Lord's, the instructions given to Arjuna just to simply to make him angry, not for the advice. One thing for the advice that he has to do is the duty. Okay, that Kshatriya Dharma. But Acharyas are saying one more example that Krishna has given this instruction just to make him angry. But being a Kshatriya, if he is angry only, then he can fight so vigorously to follow dharma. That's what I wanted to ask, that have any one of you came across these type of lectures from Prabhupada?
Mataji, Hare Krishna, at one time he calls him a coward and a kripana. Krishna tells Arjuna.
Yeah. That we will come, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So these are the things, and last thing she is telling about the attachment to Krishna. True attachment to the Lord requires freeing oneself from the dualities and false attachment of the materialistic world. So in this chapter, it is emphasized that a person cannot remain unattached. Therefore, one should consciously transfer their attachment from material temporary relationship to the eternal supreme love. Okay, so just we will move into today's reading, Mataji. So can someone volunteer for this 4 lines? Hare Krishna.
Shall I continue, Mataji? So no
Yes,
one is
yes.
reading.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Is anyone reading, Mataji?
No, you carry on, Mataji.
Okay, now
Vidya
Kunti
Mataji?
was not an ordinary devotee. She had become one of the relatives of Krishna, and therefore Krishna had come to offer her respects. But still, she said, Krishna, I have become attached to 2 families, my father's family and my husband's family. Kindly help me become detached from these families. Thus, she illustrated that one must become detached from society, friendship, and love, all of which will otherwise entangle us. Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
So Queen Kunti Maharani, she was not an ordinary devotee. She is the relative of whom?
Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna. Right. Son, she is the sister of whom?
Vasudeva.
Vasudeva.
But her actual name is what?
Prida.
Rita. Yeah. And she is the daughter of Surasena of the Yadu dynasty. Right. Son, she was adopted by whom?
Kunti Boja.
Kunti Bhoja.
She is called as Kunti. Thank you so much, Mataji. So out of these bondages, she's praying that Krishna to kindly relieve me from both these families. So Kunti Maharani is praying to the Lord, kindly help me to become detached from these families. Why she is praying like this? So Srila Prabhupada explains that a pure devotee cut off the limited ties of affection for his family, while to widen his activities on devotional service. If too many family attachments are there, then we cannot perform devotional service. So Kunti Maharani is praying that to serve Lord Krishna in unalloyed format, in any uninterruption way, she just praying to Krishna that please detach from this family bondage. And further examples and further explanation Srila Prabhupada is giving that it is sometimes experienced that the Lord, out of his special affinity towards a weak devotee, breaks the family affection by the force of circumstances arranged by his all-powerful energy. That's really, we have to keep it in mind. Why God is taking away all our material things, that we should understand that because he just wanted to come very quickly to him. And one more thing, so that we can do our devotional service very sincerely in any uninterrupted form. Okay. So on second thing he is talking about, and so it makes a clear path to go back home, back to God. So this tie of affection in terms of material relation is the relation of Maya. So because the relation of the body or the mind or due to the influence of the external energy. So relations of the soul established in relation with the supreme soul are factual relations. So when Kunti wanted to cut off the family relation, she meant to cut off the relation of skin. Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that she meant to cut off the relation of skin. So the skin relation is the cause of material bondage. The same thing we can find in Bhagavad Gita 2.7 verse. Okay. So what is the shloka called? Karpanya dosha. Can someone read this shloka, Mataji?
कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे Shishyasteham shati mam tvam prapannam.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So, Mataji, can you read this highlighted part, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. The Kripanas or miserly persons waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. in the material conception of life. One is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children, and other members on the basis of skin disease. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, this is the first thing Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna and Sri Kunti Maharani wants us also to follow this type of teachings. What they are teaching that we have to follow. Skin disease. And what is the skin bondage, skin relation? It is causing us to into the material bondage. And if we are too much into the worldly affairs like a family, society, relations, all these things, it is also called as skin disease. So now we have to keep it in mind whether we are into the attachment towards Krishna or we are into attachment of the skin diseases. So will anyone like to be with these type of diseases? Hare Krishna.
No, Mataji.
No,
So
Mataji.
it's a very
No,
big
not at all.
problem. Yes, Mataji, please carry on. Please, Mataji, sorry. Someone was trying to say something. Mataji, please carry on.
Mataji, I said nobody wants to be like that.
So it's a very big teachings from all these exalted devotees, and from Krishna is also even explaining and he is teaching us, please come out of this type of diseases so that you can be relieved and you can be free from this Janma Mrityu, Jara and Vyadi, and you can enjoy in a transcendental bliss in the Goloka Dham or Vaikuntha Dham. So this is the main teaching. So how to reach that place also, everything has been explained by Srila Prabhupada and so many Alvars and Acharyas. So from their teachings, each and every word is a lesson for us. So we have to keep it in mind and follow all our devotional service, and all our activities should be to satisfy Krishna only. Okay. So, but she's telling, but the relation of the soul is the cause of freedom. When we are into the material worldly affairs, that means we are into the cycle of birth and death again and again. So when we have our consciousness on the soul, it causes the freedom. What is the meaning of freedom? We can get rid out of this cycle of birth and death. So the relation of the soul to the soul can be established. How? By the medium of relationship with the Supreme Lord. Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojana. So through these three processes, we can easily go back home, back to Godhead. So seeing in the darkness is not seeing, right? So when we see something in the darkness, can we able to see the right object, what we are trying to see?
No,
Not
Mataji.
possible, right? So by seeing with the light of the sun means to see the sun and everything else which was unseen in the darkness. That is the way of devotional service. Darkness means, what is another name for darkness is Maya. So when we are into the Maya, we cannot see the sun. So where there is Krishna, there is no Maya. Where there is Maya, there is no Krishna. So to come out of this darkness of the ignorance, so there should be a light in the room, so that Krishna is referred to as sunlight. So we have to keep the sunlight always with that, so that we can get rid of the Maya and we can do our devotional service properly as taught by the Acharyas. Okay. So this is the part where Srila Prabhupada and Kunti Maharani are trying to teach us what is the meaning of real detachment. Okay, Mataji, all okay? Are you able to connect? No, Mataji, sorry.
Yes, Mataji.
So can someone read the next one, Mataji? Are you finding any difficulty in relating what we are discussing right now, Mataji? Are you finding any difficulties?
So Mataji understood.
No,
Mataji, no,
Mataji.
Mataji.
But it takes time to get detached with the family. That's a fact.
Yeah,
We want to, but it's not easy, Mataji.
Yes,
We have to try hard.
Yeah. But trying that endeavor only Krishna always wants from us. But without trying, how we can easily reach him? No, it's highly impossible.
Yeah.
So how from Damodar Leela we are learning from the 2 inches. Right, no, Mataji. So we should always keep on trying. Even though our mind is wandering somewhere while we chanting, but Bhakti Vinod Thakur and so many great devotees, what they are saying, try at least to chant. No problem. If mind is wandering somewhere also, no problems. Chant. Keep always chant. That's the main thing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. So can someone read with the next paragraph, Mataji?
I'll try, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, please. Thank you.
As long as I think I belong to this family, I belong to this nation, I belong to this religion, I belong to this color, and so on, there's no possibility of becoming Krishna conscious. As long as one thinks that one is American, Indian, or African, that one belongs to this family, or that one is the father, mother, husband, or wife of this or that person, one is attached to material designations. I'm a spirit soul, and all the attachments belong to the body, but I'm not this body. Be the essence of understanding. If I'm not this body, then whose father or whose mother am I? The Supreme Father and Mother is Krishna. We are simply playing the parts of father, mother, sister, or brother, as if on stage. Maya, the material nature, is causing us to dance, telling us you are a member of this family and a member of this nation. Thus, we are dancing like monkeys. In the
Thank
Bhagavad
you,
Gita 3.2.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
So let's discuss this passage. So Kunti Maharani describes the material world as a stage managed by whom? Maya. So where conditioned souls dance like monkeys. So see, she's giving a best example that we should always think that we are like a monkeys jumping, dancing here and there. We cannot able to really in a steady mood to do our devotional service. So now we are in this class, we are able to concentrate. See, after the class ends over, what is our situation? Are we still into remembering? We are remembering from till morning what we have learned from the scriptures. So you might have attended so many of other classes. Are we able to think what has happened and what they taught in the classes? Are we able to remember everything?
Not everything, Mataji. To a certain extent, yes, we have understood. We know. Not everything.
Not
We
everything.
try
At
to.
least one or two lines we are able to remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but so many things we might have covered from this in maybe from morning 5 o'clock now to till 2:30, maybe 6, 7, 8 hours has gone. So at least we are able to remember only some part of the lines or some part which was very attractive to us. But why? Because this is not happening. Why we can't able to remember everything? Because our mind jumps from here and there, not able to concentrate properly because so much of worldly affairs are dragging us. That's why Kunti Maharani said that we are into the stage of Maya. So we have been very tightly called hold of by Maya. So to release from this Maya, only Krishna can help us. That's why she's praying, Krishna, please cut off all these family affairs, both the sides, from my husband's side and my father's side. I don't want to any kind of this relationship, so that it is an obstacle for me to do my devotional service. It's really very hard prayer that not even a single woman can pray like Kunti Maharani. Is it possible?
No, Mataji.
At least.
Mataji, but one thing, Kunti Maharani, she's praying like this because she went through a lot of ups and downs in life. So the realization has come to her, Mataji.
The same thing we are also going. We are also
Yeah, we
undergoing.
are also going through, but she has gone through too much. She has gone through too much.
Too much.
So much.
Compared to
Yes.
Kunti Maharani, ours is more. I'm feeling like that. But still, we doesn't want to get out of this material world. Still, we want to come into this cycle of birth and death again and again. But what is the main thing? What you have shared is very thing. She had got that realization. She is into the main part of that realization is more and more with that. That's why she's praying to Lord Krishna that please cut off all our family ties. But why can't we? Although we are reading so much of from the scriptures, we are reading so much that by taking so many births, we have undergone so much of miseries. But still, why can't we come out of this? Which is making us to drag into this mind.
But Mataji, over the years, after hearing so much, we are trying, at least internally, we are getting, at least I'm talking about myself, I'm trying to get detached little, but we can't tell that to home people. No, we just tell them, it's like a family, they are all Krishna's children. All these things are just only in this material world. Just make them understand, that not to get too attached. So at least they'll get some hint.
But that attachment only causes us to this material bondage. But Krishna is telling that we can't be without attachment, but that attachment you keep on. So that's why we are trying to deviate our material things, deviate our attachment towards Krishna. Right? No? Yes or no, Matajis? We are still trying. We are just a sadhaka, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. So she's telling that the contaminated souls are dance like monkeys because she presides that living beings under the influence of illusion blindly follow the dictates of nature and their own uncontrolled senses. So she's referring that the dictates of nature. What is meant by that? Nature is only doing everything to us. So in what way she is mentioning that? Any idea? Under our own uncontrolled senses. So why she's making this comparison? So she's telling that stage of Maya means delusion. Maya is the checking curtain of the Supreme Lord. She's checking each and every time that we are surrendered to the Lord or we are doing our devotional service or not. So every time, each and every time when Maya is coming and testing us, we should thank Krishna that oh my Lord, please save me from all these type of miseries so that I can serve you all. How to get rid of out of this dangerous thing? That we should keep it in mind. Whenever we are affected by Maya, the first thing should come into our mind that we have to surrender to the God and pray to God. That sometimes we might forget or we pray into that. So one main thing Kunti Maharani is clearly making us to understand that Maya is the curtain of Lord Krishna. Okay, that covers the eyes of foolish, observes making the temporary worldly affair which is real and permanent. We are sometimes not able to understand which is real and which is permanent. Why? Because our eyes are covered with foolish things. That's why she is mentioning here. Second thing, she's talking about that dancing like monkeys. What is the meaning of dancing like monkeys? Just as a monkey dances at the command of his masters, even if it is uncomfortable and pointless. Even though when the masters used to keep the stick and say something, immediately the monkey jumps here and there and do somersault or something, whatever the master is commanding. Even though it is comfortable, pointless, but the monkey will keep on doing. Why? To make his master happy, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes or
Mataji.
no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
here also the same thing she is telling that we are also like dancing like monkeys under the illusion of Maya. So the living soul who is supposed to be the spiritual external dances according to the whims and material natures like birth, death, greed, lust, anger. Everything one by one keeps on coming. That's why we are unable to fully surrender to Krishna and very determinedly with so much of faith we are able to do our devotional service. That's why we are always into the path of Tatastha Shakti. We are into the marginal energy. We will be either jumping into this external energy, sometimes we will jumping into the superior energy. Yes or no? That's why she is telling. So, blindly following senses. People dance in various roles. What are the roles we are jumping into each and every part? What is our role?
Mother,
Various roles. What
father,
is our
daughter,
various roles? Sorry, Mataji.
daughter, mother, father.
Daughter, mother, for daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, what is this? Mother, so much of roles we are playing, right? So is all what? As a falsely identifying with the body, which is the transient, like that Kunti Maharani is saying. Next, what is that fourth thing she's telling about the lack of control? Without surrender to the Supreme, the soul is helpless. So constantly manipulated by Maya while foolishly believing that we are in control. So the key philosophical point that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that Kunti Devi is emphasizing that without spiritual awareness, we are not truly acting on our own free will. Okay, we are merely reacting to the material desires. So material disease or desires, whatever it may, serving lust and greed, and compounding on mistakes which she likens to a monkey, erratic, obedient behavior. And she also prays to the Lord to cut off all this false detachment and allow to break free from this dancing by attaching to the Lord Krishna. So we should, while when our mind is wandering here and there, suddenly with Krishna's mercy, we have to realize that we are like monkeys. Oh Krishna, please place me in a position. Please place my mind in a right path, in a spiritual path, so that I can do my devotional service every day. Routine of devotional service, like deity worship or chanting our prayers or doing the bhoga, offering to him. So whatever in may, so many acharyas has given so much of guidance on devotional service that we have to pray Krishna. As soon as we got up from the bed, really we have to pray Krishna that these days should be in a very good day, that I have to follow all my devotional service properly, and I have to do in a good mood, and I have to serve in them properly to Guru and Gauranga, not like monkeys. So that we have to keep it in mind, and every day we have to pray to Krishna. Okay, Mataji, is all clear? Any doubt or any realization from your part? Mataji's, Prabhuji's? Okay. Shall we move into the next paragraph? Prabhuji, is Krishnamurti Prabhu is there? Yes, Archana Mataji, please carry on. You can read.
Yes, okay, Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes, please.
Prabhuji is reading, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, are you volunteering to read, Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji, if you permit.
Yes, ma. Yes, Prabhuji, you carry on. Archana Mataji, you can read the next paragraph.
Shall I recite sloka, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Shloka and this part, Prabhuji.
Okay. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणाहि कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ता इति मन्यते. This verse indicates that because the living entity is associated with a certain quality of nature, nature is making him dance according to that quality, and thus one is thinking, I am this or I am that. This information provided in Bhagavad Gita is the basic principle of understanding, and it will give one freedom. Shall I
Thank
start,
you,
Mataji?
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Let's discuss on this part. Okay. So this sloka deals with the illusion of doership caused by what? So I am doing everything like that. We are thinking, no, we are the doer. Cause on what basis we are thinking?
False ego.
Illusion, Mataji.
Illusion, false ego. Thank you so much, Archana Mataji, for giving the wonderful answer, exact answer. So Srila Prabhupada says, you're not the doer. Okay, this verse states that all the action of gross and subtle are actually carried out by the three modes of material nature. What's the three modes of material nature?
Sattva, Raja, Tama.
Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas.
Tamas. Right? Okay. Second thing, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about the illusion, means false ego. So the living entity soul, bewildered by the false ego, thinks I am the doer of everything. So Prabhupada often gives the example that a person thinks that they are moving, but how they are moving? Actually, the body is moving. That's why they are able to move. How the body is moving? Any idea? Already we discussed, I think in 2-3 class before we have discussed how this body is moving.
From childhood to youth to aged, and then to
Type of
diseases
changes.
and death.
6 type of changes happen. Thank you, Divya Mataji. But are we doing it? These 6 types of changes or whatever is happening in our body, are we doing?
No, Mataji.
No.
No. But then how come we say that I am the doer? in our body, so much of functions are happening because each and every organ has been managed by some demigods. Right. So I think I've shared one link in that link. From the Virata Rupa, each and every demigods is the head of each and every parts in our body. There are 10 types of airs in our body that has also been under the control of the demigods. So each one thing, whatever is functioning in our body, are all managed by the demigods, and the demigods are under the control of Krishna. Okay. So that one, where is the question of I am the doer? So when people think about that, we have to clearly understand that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that they are under the illusion or they are under the false ego. Okay, Matajis? That means if the body is moving, that we should not think, I am moving. No, the body is moving. Who is making the body to move? That is the highlight. That is the question we have to get rid of. Okay, so that is the main thing. So one more thing is telling, if I am riding a car, it is going on 60 kilometer per hour. So is that the car is moving? So I am able to drive. If car is not moving, how can I able to drive in 60 kilometer per hour? Is it possible?
No, Mataji.
No. Same example is given by Srila Prabhupada. That is the thing we have to compare while how we are driving the car and how our body is working. This is the two comparison Srila Prabhupada is giving. Third thing, he is talking about the cause of bondage. The soul forgets its eternal relationship with Krishna and falsely identifies with the material body, taking credit for activities orchestrated by the nature. So fourth thing, he is talking about the material nature works under God. Okay. So the nature is not independent. It is dependent on the Lord. So it works under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. So the two key concepts, what is there? The two platforms, the two people can work in the same office, but one is material consciousness, thinks, I am doing this. While other person in Krishna consciousness, he knows that he is not the ultimate doer, and thus he is freeing himself from karma. One second, Mataji, please bear with. Sorry, Mataji, some courier has came, that's why. So second thing, he is talking about the criminal soul. So Prabhupada calls the unconditional soul as a criminal because it tries to enjoy independently. Okay, this force is forced to work under the control of material nature. Third thing, so everything has been explained by Prabhupada, why we are under this control, we are not the doer, but he is also giving the solution how to come out of this. Okay, the solution is to engage the mind and body in the service of Krishna. That is the only thing. Not any other way is there. No other way is there. Only we have to perform. We have to engage all our senses, body, mind, everything in the service of Krishna. Once the body is used for the Lord, the activities no longer bind by the soul. This is the thing Kunti Maharani and Srila Prabhupada is explaining from this shloka, that we have to understand that we are not the doer. Everything has been done by the Lord only. Okay? All clear, Matajis? So any points from your realization you can share, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Matajis and Prabhujis. So if all clear, can we move into the next one? Yes, Prabhuji. You like to say
Mataji,
something?
by
Yes.
hearing this class, particularly, we ourselves were knowingly or unknowingly, we used to call that I am doing, I am doer, I am the doer.
Yeah.
The thing is, so we must be aware of that thing everything will is done by Supreme Lord only. So we must be awareness. So we have to develop the awareness to anything happens at the will, if it happens that only will at the will of Lord only.
Yeah.
Conclusion. And in our life, particularly in our day-to-day life, so the awareness will rise within ourselves by hearing this class.
Yes.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. That will happen only when we are with the devotees, with the sadhu sanghas, and by only through reading scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you keep on reading Srila Prabhupada books, slowly this type of concept that I am doing, we should remove that I from everything, Prabhuji. That is the main cause, culprit. I is referred to what? That is false ego. That I am identifying with myself. Means false ego. Okay, that if turns into what? How can I can transfer into what?
Yeah, Supreme Lord.
We, right? We souls. As a soul, if we surrender to God, then this I, which refers to false ego, will turn into our true identity, that I am the servant of the God. Okay. So one example I just wanted to give, as I am now following for past so many years. So whenever I used to type the words, if I want to share some message with somebody else, no, I will not type I. Wherever I is necessary, there I will leave as it is blank within the bracket. So whoever knows that following, or my friends or relatives, they know that I will not use the word I. For so many years, I am following this, Prabhuji. So if you also can follow, it will be a great help. And it is a one type of surrender to the God. It's my awareness and it's my realization. That's what I wanted to share with you all. You can try also, if possible.
Okay. This is a big lesson, big lesson. So we have to adapt it. So
Yes.
Mataji, but when you're communicating with somebody in mail, how do you omit that? Can you explain again, Mataji?
One second, Mataji. So much of noise from my side. Yeah, please tell me, Mataji.
I said when you're communicating with anybody, verbally or in writing, and how do you omit that one I?
You can see. How can I say? If wherever I is necessary, no, when we are typing some words in English, we know that here we have to use I, no.
Yeah.
From that, you can use some bracket. You put the I, make it as a bracket. If you leave blankly only, that means they are able to connect and read, no. So if you put a bracket, what does it mean?
Bracket with the I in the middle. That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means what? I'm mentioning, but it is not, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji, I understood.
Yeah, if you slowly follow up that, no, the person who are communicating, they will slowly understand. If you are missing that word, I know, they will understand. Oh, this Mataji will not put I here after, like that.
Okay. Now then, when you say my also use the same way, my my, and
My
then you
is
put
okay.
in the
My
bracket.
is okay. Abruptly using I, my is far better. Little bit better.
So my is okay. You can just write
My
my.
is okay. Always we can use V.
Mm.
In Tamil, no, in so much of words we use V. And some people will not say, how come you are including me also? Say it's a part that we are all souls. So using V does not bad or something. So according to the spiritual thing, we can use V also. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah,
Yes,
spiritually people.
Mataji. In Kannada, we say usually nam maneli, like in my house, nam maneli, nam hatra, nam manek banni, like that. Like in Telugu also, మన ఇంట్లో మన వాళ్ళు మన ఇంట్లో మనము, like that we use, Mataji. We try to avoid I to the extent possible, but sometimes for the neophytes, if we speak like this, they don't understand.
Yeah, that's true, Mataji. That's true.
Right?
But
We
slowly, if
can,
we avoid also, they'll also understand. We can explain them. What is the
yes,
real
yes.
meaning of why we are not using? They'll also understand.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, last week we had our Guru Maharaj Pada Puja in our house. So I was inviting people like in the kutir where I am staying now. There we are inviting Maharaj. I mean, Maharaj is showing mercy on us. Maharaj is allowing us to have a pada to do his Pada Puja. So we request you all to come and take blessings. Like that only I invited Mataji.
Oh, super,
So,
Mataji. Super, Mataji. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you so much for sharing with us. Wonderful
Thank you.
experience. So these are small things. No, when we are into the association only, we'll come to know how we are also learning from our elderly or seniorly devotees people, how they are following their devotional service from small points. If we catch them, so try to slowly following in. We have to include in our day-to-day life. That's the main thing. Simply by hearing, okay, I'll do, simply leaving and going, there is no point at all. We have to apply everything in our day-to-day life. That is the main thing. Then only slowly. Why after initiation everything dhasanu dhas is given, Devi dhasi is given, dhasa is given. This is we are servant of the Lord. That's the one thing we have. Or else we can, while typing dhas, as we can use the das, de, dasi, like that you can use the word while typing or texting to some other person. Slowly, if you adapt all these circumstances, all these things, if we try to follow, at least try to follow, slowly that part of surrenderness will come to us. That is my part of realization and understanding, Mataji. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We shouldn't even say that my house, my come to my house or something like that also, Mataji. This house is for us for this particular period of time until we are here, right? Isn't it, Mataji? After
Yes.
this, we do not know how long we are going to be here. So this is not us, it is Bhagwan's. I usually say that even I'm also a servant. I tell my assistant also, you're also a servant. I'm also a servant.
Yes.
I'm doing my different duties. You're doing your own different duties. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
I tell
But
them,
on
Mataji.
and off, it's okay by using, but directly instead of using I, mine is far better. But slowly we have to avoid that also in future. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
So
you,
can
Mataji.
we move on to the, thank you, Prabhuji. Can we move on to the next part, Mataji? This most essential education. Can someone volunteer, Mataji?
Shall I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, Divya Mataji, please.
From the most essential, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
The most essential education is that which enables one to become free from the bodily concept of life. But unfortunately, scientists, philosophers, politicians, and other so called leaders are misleading people so that they become more attached to the body. It is the human life that offers the opportunity to become Krishna conscious, but these rascals are stopping that opportunity by alluring people to bodily designations, and therefore they are the greatest enemies of human civilization. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is saying that modern scientists, philosophers, and politicians are the greatest enemies of human civilization because he believes that they are misleading the general population, causing them what? By misleading them, what they are forgetting? They are forgetting the spiritual identity, the real purpose of human life. So that's why Srila Prabhupada often mentioned them as rascals. Okay. So according to Srila Prabhupada teachings, the leaders are considered as dangers. Okay. How? By misleading the spiritual direction. Srila Prabhupada argued that these leaders present speculative theories and encourage the materialistic lifestyle that are devoid of Krishna consciousness, which he believed is the only way to attain true happiness and peace. So only through by Krishna consciousness we can attain the true happiness and peace. But this society will not allow us to do. Is it right or wrong? Will this society will make us to live peacefully within harmony? Is it possible?
No, Mataji.
No, no, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Highly impossible, right? So,
Yes.
but is it really? It is possible. Srila Prabhupada is telling, when we are into the Krishna consciousness, right? Slowly and steadily, we'll follow all the rules and regulations that has been taught by our gurus, right? So, according to that, we can be live with peace and harmony. Whatever happens is in the world. See, in Middle East, there is so much of war is going on. So we feel, okay, it is happening that people are struggling there. What will happen in the next moment? They don't know. They doesn't have the guarantee of their life. We know everything, but still, my son is there in Dubai right now. We know that it is going on, but can we do anything? Is there anything in our hands to do?
Only pray to the God.
Yes, that's the only thing. We can pray to God. God only can solve all these things. So last week, I think we shared why all these things are happening was mass killing of animals due to the karmic effect. Tick for tat, it is happening, everything. But slowly, when we cut down all these slaughterhouses, this world can become peace and harmony, and everybody can live happily. But is it really possible? Not at all possible.
No.
No,
Not
Mataji.
possible.
Mataji, day by day, these natural calamities are getting worse and worse.
Yes, it will happen
Last
more
year,
and more. More and more.
last year, how much
Yeah.
it rained? Rained so much last year. And so many people got, they were dragged in the water.
Yeah, yeah. This much summer is very peak. This year summer is very peak. Now in Bangalore, now in March, it will be very cool climate. The hot is too much this year. Never expected. So that means all these calamities, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika will happen. Or everything will increase in this world. Why? Because of the selfish consciousness with each and every people. Because of that, everything is happening. So that's why Srila Prabhupada is telling, preach, chant, so that everyone will come into this Krishna consciousness and this world can be peace and happiness and everyone can be in the bliss state. Okay. So second thing is telling about the fool's paradise. Okay. So he often referred to the modern advancement of a foolish paradise where individuals, particularly in Western nations, are focused entirely on sense gratification rather than self-realization. Now it is happening not only in the Western countries, this sense gratification more is happening in India too. Is happening or not? Nowadays, that too, especially the teenagers, they are into sense gratification more and more. Where whenever we drag them into this Krishna consciousness, no, Are Baba, at least try chant one round, at least read something, one or other, do wear Kantimala. None of the teenagers are following. At least small children, they do. But after 12, 13 years, no, it's really impossible to tell the children to chant, at least pray to God. Stand in front of the deity, pray to God. Nobody is following.
But
What is
Mataji,
your opinion?
if there's a new fashion, a new style, then they'll immediately follow.
And they argue also. I want this type of dress only. I will wear
Yes.
this only to try. Buy from online.
They
Then
don't
only
say
I will come to the marriage. Then only I'll come with you. All these arguments will go. They'll literally they'll fight with us.
Yeah.
How this is happening? All because of this through net or the reels or whatever is happening, Netflix, these and these happenings. No, they are seeing they are more into the gadgets. Because of that, they getting attracted and they want to do what others are doing. That is the main problem. They don't have their own mind to do anything. They are following others.
See, Mataji, even the youngsters, the small children, how they are getting addicted to these TV games. That was all fighting. Fighting and fighting. So they learn that, no, at home also they act like that. I've seen children like that,
Yes,
So
yes.
parents also must take an active role, not to give them these things, try to prohibit them.
No, Mataji, it's highly impossible. We cannot take the phone from them. Gadgets, highly impossible.
No, Mataji, video games.
They
Video
so
games
vigorous
also.
on that.
What about video games? When they go to their friends' places, they play video games. When they come home, they say, we also want. Same thing.
That's true. That's true. Why? Because all this fool's paradise. They are not into the right consciousness. They don't use their mind properly in serving. So that is the main problem. Not into the bhakti. No.
They become
Everything-
very boisterous, no? When they play these video games, it's very boisterous. It gets into them.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. So last thing, so much point is there, but the time is running. So I'll end up with the core concept. So the leaders of the human society, Srila Prabhupada, he is called, they are called as blind. So because they are not into the right type of Krishna consciousness. So he often taught, emphasizing that the blind leaders or they are misleading us. Where they are misleading us, they are dragging us to the hellish condition. Because already we are into ignorance. If they are not properly guiding us, what will happen? Again, we will fall into the mode of ignorance more and more. And we have the opportunity, we have the chance of taking a birth into the lower planetary system also. That's why Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that all these politicians, philosophers, scientists, they are misguiding us. Okay, this is the points I just wanted to share. So thank you so much for giving a nice opportunity to serve you all. And I just hope you all can connect what we discussed. If not, please let me know. I'll try to change whatever I can do.
Yeah, Mata, you were sending something, in the group. So don't forget to send it, huh?
Yes, definitely I'll send after the class.
Yeah, Mata. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So with all your permission, can I end the class, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mata.
Yes, Mataji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, then the pranam.
Sorry, Archana Mataji. Next week you can read. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.